Matt here. This is my review of The Thing. Now, the 2011 version of The Thing is directed by Matthijs van Heijningen, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this movie stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Joel Edgerton, Eric Christian Olsen with AAA, I can never remember his name, the guy from Oz, and Ulrich Thomsen. Now, for all of you out there that were panicked, just as I was when I saw the trailer to this movie, and was worried that Hollywood is going to ruin this movie by remaking a classic once again, not to worry. Just like the person I saw this movie with, for those of you that don't know, back in 1982, there was a movie made by John Carpenter entitled The Thing, which changed the way horror movies were made forever. Now, this movie was actually a prequel to that. They're doing what Rise of the Planet of the Apes did, where they're making a reboot/prequel today in modern times. So of course it's not going to look as old as the ones that come after it, but nonetheless, still a good movie. The plot of this movie is actually quite similar to the original movie, but this time it's about the Norwegians in 1982 and how they discover the alien for the first time and what happens afterwards. Now, as far as the acting goes, Mary Elizabeth Winstead actually surprised me in this movie. I thought, having a lead role being a female was going to hurt the movie, but it actually didn't, because she actually played the role a lot like Sigourney Weaver did in the Alien movies. She was the Ellen Ripley of Antarctica. And Joel Edgerton's in the movie. He's a supporting role, which I'm glad, because I thought they were going to bring him in and say, look, you're going to be playing R.J. McCready before Kurt Russell. And I'm really glad they didn't do that. I'm glad that the lead went to a female. Eric Christian Olsen, who usually does a bunch of comedies, is in this movie as well. But I was kind of nervous because I thought, he's usually a comedic actor. He's going to hurt the movie. But I actually think this is his best performance that he's done so far. I mean, after you watch the movie, you'll realize why his character has to be in this movie. And then you have AAA, again, Adewale from Oz. I can never remember his name. Minor role, but he did it well. He reminded me a lot of Childs in the original movie, but of course, not acted as well as Keith David. And then you have Ulrich Thomsen, who plays the doctor who originally persuades Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character to come to Antarctica in the first place. And when I saw him, I couldn't quite realize who he was. I recognized him, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And then I thought, oh yeah, that's right. He played Davidoff in The World Is Not Enough, James Bond movie. And he was also in Kingdom of Heaven. Now, the acting was good, even from the Norwegian actors, It was good. The problems I had with the movie was actually the thing itself. I had a problem with the creature being nothing but CGI. In the original, you had puppets and you had makeup, and it looked real and it looked scary. You had all these things coming out of the alien that you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know what it did, but all you knew is that it was causing chaos. Whereas this movie has the same type of thing, but it's all CGI, and it was very disappointing. It was like when I first saw The Mummy Returns, and I saw The Rock on screen, I was like, oh, it's cool, he's in this. And then throughout the movie, they kept talking about the Scorpion King and how he's returning. And then at the end of the movie, they said, okay, here comes Scorpion King, and The Rock shows up, and he's just CGI. That's the feeling I got from seeing The Thing in this movie. I was like, it's cool that it's killing people, and it's cool that the way they're hiding it and stuff, but it just went from looking scary and gory to just ridiculous. And I think I chuckled a couple times, because pivotal parts in this movie that I think would have been a lot better with the puppet and makeup just seemed silly with all the CGI. Another problem I had with the movie was, it's small, but it's still. The movie takes place in 1982. There's not enough elements in this movie that tell you it's 1982. Yes, the main character does listen to a song from Men at Work, and a couple of the equipment they use is old, but still, they should have had more things tell you, hey, look, it's the 80s. When a movie's being remade, a lot of people want to run out and see the original first, and then they want to see how the new movie stacks up. Don't do that with this movie, because this is a prequel. Watch this first, and then watch the original. There are a lot of moments and scenes and elements that parallel in the two movies. So when you watch the original and you see the axe in the door, or the ice where the thing was originally held, or the guy that commits suicide in the base, it'll be that much more special because you knew where it all came from. Now, the part in the movie that really made me love this movie was the end. When the screen goes to black, stay during the credits, because a lot of people left when the credits came on, and they missed a whole bunch. Not a lot more movie, but they really missed the connecting point between the two movies. And it was really cool, but now every time I watch the original, I just think, poor Lars. Though I pretty much hated the CGI and didn't quite feel like I was in the 80s, I loved everything else about this movie. So, from a 1 to a 5, I'm going to give it a 4. And I can't wait for this movie to come out in DVD, especially Blu-ray, because it's going to fit perfectly next to my original version of The Thing. So, till next time, guys, see ya. Now, here's a couple fun facts for you guys who just can't get enough of The Thing. Now, chronologically, if you want to know where all the subject matter for The Thing came from and everything, check out the book. It's from 1938 called Who Goes There, written by John Campbell. He pretty much laid the foundation for The Thing and the storyline. And then after you read that, go check out the movie The Thing from Another World. It was done in 1951. It's got a green guy on the cover. It's pretty much a really old movie, but it's actually pretty good. It's basically The Thing, just not as advanced. And then go from the 1951 movie to this prequel now in 2011, and then check out the 1982 version of The Thing with Kurt Russell. And then if you want even more knowledge of The Thing and what happened at that base camp and with those guys, check out the 2002 video game called The Thing. It came out on the PlayStation 2, and you find out what happens to the base and the alien spacecraft, and even one of the characters from the movie. So, there you go, guys. A little enjoyable piece of information there for you. So, till next time. See you later.